Hi, welcome to this episode of Crafted by Us. I'm your host, Michelle Johnson, and today we're going to do a little sewing and we're going to make boot cuffs. If you're not familiar with what those are, they're just, kind of looks like the top part of a sock sticking out of your boot. Gives you a little bit of accessorizing. Accessorizing? Yeah, sounds weird when you say it. It's just going to be a little bit of sewing and that's it. So let's get started. For this project you're going to need an old sweater, and I have a wool sweater here, well, the sleeves to an old wool sweater, and I'm going to use this top part, this ribbed part for the project, okay? And then I have 4 buttons. I'm going to put 2 on each one, and I have some lace, a thread and some needle, some thread and a needle, a pair of scissors, and then because I'm going to sew this ribbon onto this stretchy thing, I have this jar that I'm going to stretch this over, so when I sew it, it's at the a wide amount, because you don't want to sew it at the original amount. That sounds weird. You don't want to sew it like this, because this probably is not going to fit around your calf. You need it to be stretched out. So we want to sew the ribbon on while it's stretched out. That way when it stretches, it'll still fit around our calf. Okay. That was a hard way to say something really easy. Okay, so let's just get started with the project now. So the first thing to do is just to cut your sleeves the right length. So we want it to be high enough that it's going to stick out above the boot, but it doesn't have to go all the way down unless you want it to. But for this, in this case, I'm just going to cut it, what do you think, right? Let's cut it right here. Okay. There we go. If I were to guess, I would say this is about 8 inches. There. So now we have 2 pieces, and now we just want, oh, it's a little crooked. It's alright, it's going to be under the boot, we'll never see it, okay? So now we just want to sew the ribbon. So I have my jar here. Let me see. Let me raise this up. Alright, so I have the jar, and what I'm going to do, here's my plan. I don't know how well it's going to work. I'm just going to stretch this out, and just to FYI, I don't think my calf is this big, but once it shrinks down, it'll fit just right. It'll be fine. And so I'm just going to sew this, like just a little whip stitch all the way around and sew that on there. So, of course the length of this would depend on the size of your calf. And okay. So I'm just going to hold this to the top, just like so. And I'm going to try to sew backwards so you guys can see this. Yikes. I have 2 strands of thread here. So I'm just going to go, because this is just going to hold it on. It's not like holding the garment together, so I'm not super worried about like how perfect the stitch is, just as long as it's holding it. And so I'm just going to kind of go around like this until there's till the ribbon, yikes, hold on, there we go, like that, till the ribbon's attached all the way around. So I'm just at the end here. This is really easy. It just takes just a little bit of patience. They're sewing around the top there. Alright. I overlap my ribbon just a little bit. I'm going to make a knot here. Let's make one more for good measure. Let's see, where am I? And I just want to put this needle through the back and kind of run it through, pull this out, and then cut my thread. Just kind of just hide the thread just a little bit. Let's trim this. There we go. Let's take it off and see what it looks like. There, oh, it looks kind of cute. So it's a little bit like roughly like this. You know, it's gonna stretch when you put it on your leg and it'll be just right. So let's just add a little embellishment, and I have these buttons here. So I want to, my seam is right here, so I think I'm just gonna fold it, find the other side, and then sew them on the opposite side of the seam, okay? And I'm just gonna sew these two buttons on. I just finished the last button here and I've got two of them done. I think they're kind of cute and I think they're going to look great with a pair of boots. So I will put a picture on my website with them on boots so you can see what they actually look like. I think it was really fun and pretty easy to make. I might make a few more pairs. Thank you for joining me for this episode of Crafted by Us. Let me just show you again what we made. They're kind of cute. So that's it. If you have questions about this project, you want to see some pictures of it with boots, you can see that at my website at www.craftedby.us, and I hope you join me again soon.